I've been playing it more and more with my wife. It's just whenever we find the time to play it. So like I'm really behind on it is when we play it together because I don't want to like advance farther than her.
Leave her behind. Like that's dope that you and Smooth play with y'all ladies. Like, it's fucking lit.
Oh hell yeah!
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kid Smooth. Welcome to another episode of Planet Xbox Podcast. We are episode 57. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let everybody know that we're live because I did a horrible job at doing that, yo. I want to give a shout out to myself for surpassing 10,000 followers on Twitter. Don't know if it means anything, but that 10K number was pretty sweet. But
that's a milestone, bro. Like, celebrate.
Other than that, no. Shout out to Pose. I see you in the chat, and he said Ben Delight, but I think he meant to say Ben Q. Man, but how's everybody doing, man? Chris, I know you're happy over there on PlayStation Land. How you doing, man? A couple games that just came out that's doing pretty well. How's everything going? What are you playing?
Yeah, man, Xbox is the best box, man, for sure. Xbox is the best box. I'm playing. I've been playing Nier, which is on Xbox, so I'm gonna tell you, the Xbox guys about it. If y'all want to get it, it's pretty good. It's definitely. It's a game from 2010. It was upgraded with new graphics or whatever. They're not calling it a remake, but they're saying it's more than a remaster. It's like in between, like a 1.5 upgrade. Okay. The story is really good as far as like the characters and the interaction with the characters, the dialogue. Every NPC in the game is voice acted. There's like not one part where you just read an NPC dialogue or whatever. Every single one of them has a voice, which is a huge quality of life improvement. Was a JRPG like this. The combat is pretty cool. It's similar to Automata, but not quite the same. It's kind of closer to the original. It's kind of you have your dodge, you have your block and parry, which you couldn't do in Automata. You couldn't block or parry. So this one has that one, and this one feels a little bit more skilled in that aspects of it. But yeah, the story is great. This is one of y'all knew who Laura Bailey is, right? She plays Kaine in this game, and this was like one of her earlier gigs. And if y'all want to hear Laura Bailey like talk like crazy and dirty and just cussing all over the place, the character is crazy. It's real good though. But I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, there's a lot of tedious stuff, like the side quests are very generic and basic because it was a JRPG in that time. So some of the side quests is it can get a little bit backtracking, like you're going here and there and stuff like that. But
never
overall,
skip them jumps.
I think it's pretty good. Like for the story and the combat that you're getting and the music and the characters, it's very good.
The
music is good. Like the score is really good.
What?
Did you beat it, Chris?
Oh no, I haven't even because I just been grinding. I've been grinding.
Well, I just didn't know if you already beat it.
Yeah, I'm close to 30 hours in because I've been doing a lot of side quests and everything. I'm close to 30 hours in, and I haven't reached the first ending yet. There's about 5 different endings. So because in these games it's like you do one playthrough and then it ends and you think that it's over, but now when you start the next playthrough, it's like a totally new game. So.
Oh, really?
It was like. Did you play Automata? Automata was.
I know. It's in my backlog, so it's definitely one of my ones.
Okay. Well, Automata was the same. It was the same way. It's very interesting storytelling choices that these games do that I think it does very well, and I think it pushes the storytelling in video games in general. But other than that, that and for that return on Friday, baby. A lot of people are down that game, but it's looking like that game is going to review pretty well, and it's looking amazing in my opinion. And I've been saying this since day one. While a lot of people are hating on the game, but a lot of people are changing their tunes now since the positive press on it. So
you want to know who tune hasn't changed?
No. What happened?
That's it. You want to know who tune hasn't changed?
No, it's fine, Smooth. Listen, you're gonna feel how you feel, but it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter at the end of the day how you feel. Like I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy the game.
Well, I think it does matter how he feels to him, per se. I
don't even gotta play this shit. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, what the public thinks. I mean, shit. If your opinion sways just because of like the public opinion, then you're gonna be buying shit that you don't even like in the long run. So it's just like I don't know.
Right, which is funny why people are changing it to now. I've been saying I'm getting the game, and the game looks amazing.
Yeah, day
since
one. Yeah,
since
exactly.
It's been revealed. I say it looks like Metroid and Vanquish. Like I'm feeling it. I've been saying it, and then, but a lot of people were kind of skeptical, and that's fair because that's a new IP. A lot of people don't know how Smart can really do with a AAA game like this or whatever. But it's looking like it's gonna be pretty received pretty well. So I'm excited for it.
It looks good. I'm not spending $70 on it though. So, yeah.
All right, so
you don't have to.
Oh man, what you been up to?
I've been just working through my backlog, just playing actually playing Recore, which apparently everybody I found out this week hates it because it got compared to what Returnal was. So literally I never played it. It kind of snuck under the radar for me. Just when it came out, and so I was like, "What's all this talk about Recore?" And I downloaded it, and it's been the game that I've been playing this week for sure. So I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm gearing up for Returnal, Pokemon Snap. Those games coming out this Friday, so I was just trying to kill time and clear more stuff out of my backlog. So that's what I've been up to. I'll be getting sad news. I'll be getting laid off for like 4 to 8 weeks here. Good news that gives me tons of time to play games. So
yeah,
and I think May and June is like a great time to have some time off from work.
Yeah,
with Resident Evil, Mass Effect. I mean, I got Nier downloaded, so I'm gonna dig into that. And I think Ratchet and Clank in June. So I'll be busy. I'll be busy in this time.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like it gives you more time to play games. Like I wish in a weird way that I had more time to play games.
Oh, dude, no, I know how you feel.
Swans, what you been playing?
No, like I'm on like Outriders right now. Shit, I've been going through Control, the Ultimate Edition again. Well, the Ultimate Edition is first time. Like I've made it past the Alan Wake expansion. That was really good, really insightful, really cool. How it kind of like builds to this next Alan Wake situation. I'm loving it. Now I'm on the Foundation expansion. Really cool story wise. I'm loving it. I got Judgment and Nier downloaded. I played a little bit of Judgment. I'm loving it. Like I'm just like, wow, like the combat feels good. Like the game looks really fucking good. I'm loving it. And for Nier's this shit, I played a little bit of that. Like I'm loving the combat. The Nier's music has always blown me away, so I don't give a shit. Like that shit is always fire. This shit, I still haven't beat Rain on Your Parade. Like I need to bounce back in today just to get that out the way. And I'm just going through Battlefield 4 just to clear up a few more achievements and everything. And I got Dragon Quest Builders 2 pre-downloaded because I want to hop into that, see what that's talking about as well. So yeah, but that's all I've been doing, bruh. Nick,
what's good, man? What's good? So I ain't been playing a lot of, of course we ain't got a whole bunch of new games over here on the Xbox, but I have been playing MLB The Show, through Game Pass. And
sir, that greatness.
A little bit of greatness from San Diego Studios, shout out to them. But I got, go O's and all that. I was hyped for it, but the road to the show, I don't know about. Yeah, so the road to the show was okay. It wasn't, how it's similar to like My Career, the 2K, all that, but it's kind of like shallow a little bit. Like it's not much you do to the player, but I like it. But I just started the Diamond Dynasty, so that's starting to make me like the game a little bit more. So I've been playing that. I finished up my Apex Season 8, getting them dubs. And that's about it, man. I'm about to download this Judgment, though. Smooth, I know you didn't touch yours yet, but yeah, I'm going to try that out. But that's pretty much it for me.
Dope boy.
What's good, y'all? I just recently beat God of War 2018. Amazing game. Love the franchise. This is the I love the way that they rebooted the franchise and still kept
Mhm.
true to the character of Kratos and really evolving him into who he is now. So I can't wait for Ragnarok. I don't think I mentioned this last podcast. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm gonna say it again. I beat the medium. I also beat Miles
Oh,
Morales as
shoot.
well.
You mean the
So
medium?
yeah, the medium's fire. I've been telling you
Yeah.
guys that game was heat. I beat it. It's great. I loved it. Other than that, I've been backpacking Nick and Battlefield as always.
Oh man.
Yeah, we talk about the EA games pretty soon.
Hey, you're
And,
gonna backpack me in Battlefield 5 when it comes on Plus.
Oh, you've seen the stats.
Yo,
You've seen the stats.
he ain't backpacked me on Battlefield 5. He talking about 4. Like,
Oh, either one of them. You can
Nah,
run it.
man.
You can run it at any time. I'm a Battlefield 4 god though. So
go ahead.
yeah. Other than that, I recently got God 4. I've been catching a lot of flack for that. I'm checking it out, see how it is. I got it for $20.
All right.
Oh, also beat Ghost. Wait, I beat Ghost. Yeah, I beat Ghost of Tsushima as well. How did I forget?
Damn.
Yeah, the fire.
Because you forgot because it wasn't a rememberable game.
No, it was definitely.
Let's keep it real, bro.
No. First of all,
My man said
that
keep it real.
game was very memorable. That's some of the best combat inside of an open world game you would ever play,
Facts.
and it's a
Better than
good story.
Assassin's Creed. Better than Assassin's
Oh my
Creed.
God.
Way better than Assassin's Creed. More in depth for sure. Yeah, can't forget about Ghost.
Man.
So the game I've been playing, actually, I just finished it last night or this morning. Technically, yeah, it was Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I played this game 2 ways. I did 95% on Xbox Series X at 120 frames per second, and 5% on xCloud via cloud gaming on iOS. But no, I mean, I know it's not a brand new game, but I played it because it got the FPS Boost update and it's 120 frames per second. I was like, let me just see. I only literally booted it up just to try it to see what how it would feel with the frame rate boost, and I ended up liking it to the point I just played the entire thing through. And yeah, it's done. It's another game I can add to the list of games beat. That would be number 19 on the year. Because since us Xbox people don't play games, but Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and then there was another game. What else I was playing prior to that? Obviously, throughout the month of April, like I'm really done with Outriders. But I'm always down to help anybody that's trying to play. I did buy Judgment, but I didn't play it yet because I wanted to finish Mirror's Edge first. Hold up. Oh man, I had to sneeze.
Bless.
Thank you. So I downloaded Judgment, and I just downloaded Extinction because I know that just launched in Game Pass, but I have not gotten to touch it yet. Touched a little bit of the MLB The Show. I've been playing that. I was actually playing that before Mirror's Edge dropped. And
How you like it?
MLB The Show. I mean, I suck at it, but I like looking at it. I think it's visually a good.
What team?
Boston Red Sox. That's all I play with. Boston Red Sox.
Bombs. Go ahead.
But no, that's it. But before we start, jump into the topics, Old Man Logan was putting somebody on game about Xbox Rewards that that still doesn't get really enough credit, man. So what's going on with Xbox Reward? What's this bonus on buying games on Xbox? What's
So if you go, I don't know if you got, make sure you got the rewards app, downloaded and you're signed up for it. But if if any of you guys are interested, right now I got it pulled up. If you're interested in getting Nier Replicant or Resident Evil Village and you're looking at getting them digitally, if you activate, which you got to make sure you activate the punch card before you actually download them, you get 6,000 reward points for basically just buying the game. So between Nier and Resident Evil 8 just alone right now, that's 12,000 points, which is basically equal to, I want to say, about $10-12. And then you can just, redeem basically gift cards and stuff like that for it. But that's what they got going on right now.
Hold up, I'm about to try to complete this punch card, bro.
See if it might work for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it works.
But Nier is only to the second that it's active. So that'd be what, Sunday?
Yeah, because I bought Nier, so hopefully
Sunday,
they don't work.
Resident Evil Village is to the 17th of May. You can do. So if any of you guys are interested in Resident Evil Village or Nier, definitely make sure. Oh, did it work?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
So that does. If you go, I'm trying to look at your screen. Go up, right there to your right. You're going right past
6,000
it.
Smooth. Yeah, right
You're
there.
going right past it. Yeah, right there. Okay. So yeah.
Son, that's a bet. Like, yo, and Resident Evil do it. It's about to go down.
Game
like,
Pass, baby.
Yeah, literally right there is 12,000 points just for buying 2 games. Also, like if you guys just a heads up, I mean, if you unlock 1 achievement a day, you get 50 points in reward. So you always gotta be popping that.
Also, if you buy a console from Xbox.com or Microsoft website, that also goes to your rewards. That's why I've been trying to wait.
Oh, Smooth, you muted.
Is he muted?
Oh shit! Yeah, I was muted. I was muted on.
Yeah. Bless Rig just said he muted.
I was muted on OBS. My bad. No, I was saying is I got in regards to the points, I bought another Xbox. No, it's not my 5th one. This is only my 2nd one. All those consoles that you guys see me buy before and stuff like that were shit that I actually end up selling or sold or whatever. But I got another one, and I finally got a monitor that I can say, as of right now, I'm going to do some more testing and playing on it. But I think I found a perfect monitor for the series consoles until 2.1 monitors come out. And that's no cap. Like, I think I found the perfect pairing one. And I'm actually about to re-download a couple of some games like Call of Duty or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of like what's going on with me. I hope you guys heard Old Man's breakdown. I don't think you were muted when you were breaking down the reward points, but as you were talking about it, I was activating the punch card for Resident Evil Village and the punch card for Nier Replicant. So now I had no intentions of buying Resident Evil or Nier Replicant, but to get those 6,000 points, I might actually,
check out Resident Evil, man. I think you'll like it.
Check out
Village.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about one of my anticipated games. That's Village.
Yes.
I'm just
afraid.
7 was amazing.
I'm afraid to buy it because I'm afraid I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna drop it, and that's gonna piss
So
me
with
off.
6,000,
Yeah, you are.
6,000 points equal to what? How much money?
It's roughly 1,000 points is roughly $1.
Yeah.
No,
So
Okay, yeah.
I'm just mad that
Alright,
they patched the demos on PS5, man. I always miss the demo window.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Smooth. You're not gonna beat RE. If you don't play RE, like you don't like RE2 or any of that stuff, you're not gonna like RE.
Consider 7 specifically.
7, yeah.
Did you like 7?
yeah, I did enjoy 7. I actually got that one finished. Actually, believe it or not.
You might like RE, but I think RE is gonna be longer. It's gonna have more puzzles than 7.
7 was great.
Yeah. 7 was fucking great. Like, this is gonna have like more hunting and crafting stuff in it. Like, I think it's gonna be really cool. Like, the enemies are, they're more movable, like agile than they were in 7. So this is it's gonna be interesting to how that works.
They're not just big blobs of stuff.
Yeah, it was I forgot what the fuck they called it. It's like
the molded.
Yeah, mold. Yeah. From the girl, she wanted to create her family.
So we found out
Evelyn.
with some contract leaks
Son, what the fuck?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We found out with the contract leak that Resident Evil Village isn't coming to Game Pass, but we did get a surprise for coming May 4th, the Dragon Quest Builders 2. I know it was coming to Xbox, but it's coming to Xbox and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass. day
Yeah, I'm
and
interested
date.
to play
It's
that.
available to pre-download or right now, and if you're interested, this is the second Dragon Quest game to launch on Xbox, and it launched within like 6 months of the last game. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign.
Yeah.
And that's not the only update. There's another game. What's it? Knockout from EA.
Mm-hmm.
What's the official name for it? It's like Knockout City or something like that, or
Yeah, Knockout City.
Is that like the dodgeball kind of game?
Yeah, the dodgeball type of shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
think
one-
it was the PlayStation State of Play showed that off, right?
Yeah, and
Yep.
but right before that, it was at the,
Yeah, in Nintendo.
the Nintendo. It
oh,
showed up at the
oh,
Nintendo
that's
one
right, yeah, I'm
first,
thinking of the
and then the
Nintendo,
State
yeah.
of Play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, no.
I'll try it. I mean, I thought that game Rocket, they dropped the EA game that free to play EA game they dropped. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't play that one.
I
I
played-
got that free on Plus, but I never played it.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it, unlocked a couple of achievements. The concept is cool, but I think I played enough until I started running into some sweaties, and I was like, I'm done with this game. So, but that's what's up. But what's up to the chat? Shout out to Bless Red, Papacito. Who else? Pose.
Who was eating on the jump? Like, was that you, Smooth? Like,
That was me.
Who was
That's why I
eating?
was muted. That's why I was muted because like.
okay.
That's
all
why
right.
I was muted. So the thing is, you probably could hear me in a Discord, but I was trying to make it so the YouTube doesn't hear me. So for that one moment, they caught me slipping. But nah, I gotta eat. But yeah, so what else we got here? A couple things happened on a week. I don't know if anything like hearsay.
We got the earnings from Microsoft. got
Yeah, the
announced.
earnings from Microsoft and Sony's came out like several hours later, right?
Yeah, and then we have FPS Boost from EA games that recently came out. That was like right after last week's podcast.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
Yeah,
For some reason, I'm like, damn, did we talk about it? But it happened on these FPS Boost comes out on Thursdays or Fridays, right? That's
Thursday and Friday, yeah, like the end of the week.
Yeah, they come usually at the end of the week. So FPS Boost, we got. I'm noticing a trend with this, right? The first one that came out was in February, the first batch of games, but the ones I call it, all right, it was Ubisoft because they were the first publisher to have multiple games supported in FPS Boost with Watch Dogs 2 and Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
And of course in UFC is also supported there, and in like a few other random games. But the month after that, which was March, which was Bethesda's month, because the acquisition was finalized, we got a handful of Bethesda titles FPS boosted to 60 frames per second, and now April, which is the month of EA, and every game that's in EA Play and Xbox Game Pass got FPS boosted, and it was 13 games, all to 120 frames per second, and one game being boosted to 60 frames per second. Now, this was a weird one because there were some games that were not supported for the Series S for the 120. I think the Series S could only support Titanfall.
I think it was like 3
2.
games that weren't 3 or 4.
3. I know Mirror's Edge isn't, and I think
Yeah.
the
Battlefield
games.
5 and 1.
Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. Okay. But they all running at 120 frames per second. I mean, most people won't be able to take advantage of that update unless you have obviously 120 hertz display TV or a monitor that does it. Some of these games, the resolution is dropped, and so a lot of these games is pre Xbox One X anyway. So so some of them could use a visual upgrade, but like 120 on some of these games made a difference. Like I played Battlefront 2, and I'm surprised Digital Foundry didn't do an analyze on that game. That's like one of the most graphical impressive games last gen. Because with Battlefront 2 I thought it looked and played great. I tried Battlefield 4 because I'm actually going to go back to that game so I can finish the campaign. My save file was broken on Xbox One. It just every time I booted the game, it would always start from the beginning, regardless of how far I made it. So hopefully that's fixed. I don't know. I haven't played it in like several years. But yeah, Mirror's Edge is the game I spent the most time on, and I did the entire thing, like almost 95% of it at 120. found out it was a good game. Now, the thing I do want to talk about, like, when people are like taking these games into consideration, is that games like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Titanfall 2, even Battlefront 2, those games, the best option is probably to play in its the 60 FPS mode, for the simple fact that you are getting the lock 4K and the lock 60 frames and the improved texture filtering that comes along through backwards compatibility. A lot of these games, when they were targeting Xbox One X, they threw all their resources at resolutions and high textures and stuff like that, and performance was kind of all over the place. So these games never had they never had like a lock 60 on a 1X at those resolutions. Like they got to native 4K or dynamic 4K, and the texture work was great, but it was too much to run it at a lock 60. You just did not get a lock 60 on those games. So now with the Xbox Series X you're playing at the 60 frames per second mode, you're literally getting the peak value of those games. You're getting the upper bounds of its resolution that it went when it was dynamic, which would be at this point native 4K. You're getting that texture work that isn't compromised now with buckling frame rates, and you're getting the lock 60. So for those who were interested in games like Battlefront 2, Battlefield 5, and Battlefield 1, these games got Xbox One X enhancements, and these was like early in the Xbox One X era. So the first thing they did was ramp up resolutions and textures because they could, but it wasn't great for performance. Now you get those perfect at 60 frames per second texture work and all that stuff. The games that obviously you would take, like you probably want to take advantage of the FPS boost, are those pre-Xbox One X games like Battlefield 4, Mirror's Edge, and Titanfall 1, which I played that too. I thought that Titanfall 1 was dope, man. That Titanfall
Really
1 was a great game. Great game. Anybody else experience FPS boost? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I played Battlefield 4. Like I said earlier, carry Nick on that game.
Man, please.
Yeah.
My
FPS
numbers
boost.
was good, man. My numbers was good.
You did your thing. He was playing with the other guy. I forgot his name, but he was good as well. You guys are a good squad. I like FPS boost. It's a very underrated feature that helps preserve a lot of these older games, and it's having me come back to a lot of these older titles as well, especially with that 120. So that's a great thing to experience and to have these games running. The one thing I wish that they would figure out, because we still don't have like a breakdown on how FPS boost is working. And I'm watching these like Xbox Series X game stack videos where the actual engineers are talking about the system. And there's nothing about FPS, like how are they doing this? Are they using machine learning? Because that's an assumption that a lot of people in the community have right now, is that they're using the machine learning capabilities of the systems to be able to get these high frame rates. But I want them to be able to keep those 1x enhancements as well as increase frame rates. But I think the issue that they're having there is that while they're trying to get something like a Battlefield 5 to run at 4K 120, it will hit 120, but it won't keep it at locked 120 for the most part. So they're downscaling that resolution to 1080p to keep that locked 120 for a lot of these titles.
If you think about it this way, though, Coke Boy, think about all the crossing games right now that has 120 hertz option. All the resolutions are dropped, like either to like 1080p or 1440p for the games like Dirt 5, Tony Hawk, Call of Duty Gears, but I think Call of Duty and Destiny 2. I think Call of Duty Gears and some other games do a better job in getting the resolution higher than 1080p, because I think they're doing dynamic. But if you think about that, if you were to go back, let's say if they did do a proper, like, all right, let's make these games next gen aware or something like that, where they did a proper port of a Battlefield 5, a Battlefield 1, and a Battlefront 2, at those resolutions, because remember,
Oh,
these games
yeah.
aren't old, and like they're not, they are old in year if you're talking about, but in terms of the tech, it's still like current gen stuff that
They're,
we're
they're
using.
relatively demanding.
They're relatively
in some sense.
I don't think we would get 120 frames at those settings that they're pushing. I think if they did it, they would still have to do the resolution, whether it be dynamic. They would still have to reduce it. The problem is that since they're not going back to the code of the game, what Xbox is doing is it's an emulator. It's all it is an emulator. That's what they're in. It's an emulator that they're doing it through. And what's taking place is, since they can't get 120 frames at those Xbox One X settings on those games, they have to pretty much switch the game to the Xbox One version, and then it ramps up like that. And that's the issue that pretty much takes place. There's some games that aren't that demanding, like for example, Skyrim and Prey. You get your Xbox One X enhancements along with the FPS boost. And Prey is a recent game. It's visually, it depends on the engine, because Prey is running on a CryEngine, right? And that Frostbite engine was a tough engine all last generation. So they probably don't have the flexibility like a Crytek, Unreal. Did a better job where they were able to do the FPS boost and maintain its resolution or whatever 1X enhancements that it had.
I just want somebody from Microsoft, from the
properly
hardware
break
or
it
the
down.
software side. Because the blog, when they first announced it, didn't really explain how they were achieving FPS boost, and I'm really interested to see how they're achieving FPS boost on a lot of these titles. And it's definitely one of those features that it's like, it's one thing to have backwards compatibility, but when you're adding FPS boost to a lot of these older titles as well, you're incentivizing people to say, hey, like, we should go back and play these titles and relive a lot of these experiences. Or even like people who games, they're gonna go back to play those games because, hey, like, they're just running better natively on the system. On Series X and Series S.
So
not
my bad.
I was just gonna say like, as I played Sea of Solitude on the 1X and I beat that there, and I had a really great time to it. I don't think that I'm gonna go back to it, but I hear that it's 60, so I may just see what it's like, maybe clean up some achievements that I missed or something. I don't know.
How's that game?
But
I just downloaded it. I didn't play it.
Oh yeah, like, it's fun, really good puzzles, really good story. Like, I really loved it. The really great concept in the world. Some of that shit was kind of scary. But it was so I went back to Battlefield 4 for the 120 whatever. So and like, that just feels like completely different. Like, it still looks good. Like, I hear people complain about resolution. I don't know if it's like 9 something or whatever, but that's like, I'm looking on my monitor, I'm like, damn, this game looks really good. Like, it was like the textures on the wall, like the water stuff, like shit and all of that, like the ripples in the water and everything, and like on the raining levels, like everything just looked really good. Like, I was like, I don't know what resolution it is, but this shit looked good to me. So shit, I don't know what fucking look like at 4K. Like, this shit, if it looks that good for like what I'm playing on, and at 120, like, I mean, like, that's pretty incredible. So, but I don't know shit if I'm gonna go back and play anything else. But I mean, the more titles that they add that get like 120 shit, or just like 60 frames at the base, like, I mean, that's always should welcome. And like you said, like, it helps preserve and like boost interest in a lot of these games and shit. So it's pretty cool. So y'all niggas. No, it's
He playing the game.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
bro, you got to stop doing that, bro.
This ain't blowing me. Like, nah, like, y'all know it ain't y'all. Like, this ain't is fuck, yeah.
Man, so I got a question for you guys, right? Because I don't know if you noticed the trend I was telling you. It seems publisher specific, Game Pass specific, right? May. What do you think? Who's the next? What's going to be the next bundle of games that potentially get FPS boosted? And if it's publisher specific, who's the next publisher? I put up a poll. I'm not sure if it got let me see. Let me see if I'm gonna just go to my page and see how the voting went, because it was
Oh yeah, like you put up Sega, Square.
and I left out
and some other
I
joints.
think I put Sega, Square Enix, Square Enix, WB Games, Sega, and Xbox Global Publishing. WB Games won the polling at 39%, but I just want to know you guys' opinion.
WB would be interesting.
Yeah, so I think
Because
it
you would have
probably
what
won.
Shadow Mordor,
Shadow, shit,
Shadow
and the Batman
War,
games.
and probably like the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Batman.
I think
games,
that'd be
yeah.
pretty
the
dope.
shit. I think those like really swayed people. Like those couple of games, because I was kind of like weirded out that like the Shadow games didn't get like a boost in performance of some sort, because those are really popular.
Those were the first games that
especially
got
the
like
Batman
that.
games.
You know, the Xbox One X. Remember that was the game that the one that had to lead the Xbox One X launch.
Oh
because,
yeah.
was Shadows.
I think an individual game that I would like to see get FPS boost on Xbox would be Dying Light, because Dying Light's heat.
True.
The game's fire, but if that game gets like a 60 or 120 mil on Series X, I'm running through that campaign again.
I
Yeah.
haven't even played the game
I'll
yet, so I gotta
revisit
actually
it.
buy it.
Oh, that game,
Nah,
yo,
that game was good, bro.
that was a sleeper that generation. Like that's probably one of the better zombie games I played that
Zombie
generation.
games,
It
like
changed the way you feel about zombie games. Yeah,
man.
you'll change.
Yo,
Yeah, no, see, because I played, because the one jump that
parkour.
kind of turned me off of it was the Dead Island thing, and so it was just like once I saw that one, I was just like,
No,
alright,
it's
I don't know if
it's
I'm
very,
crazy.
it's
Nah,
very
man.
different from Dead Island. There's a skill
Different.
tree. There's RPG elements to it. The movement
Oh,
in that
yeah.
game's amazing. The weapons,
4-player
crafting.
co-op.
Yep, 4-player co-op.
Okay.
That's great. Like it's an amazing game. Highly underrated. The story wasn't the greatest because I mean, like the actual content of it made sense, but the acting, like the voice acting, wasn't the greatest, and it turned a lot of people off. But the gameplay itself keeps you hooked in so long that you just keep playing.
Bless Red said the Rockstar games like GTA to get one, those be
No,
lit. Like,
GTA won't get it because they're doing
Yeah,
the
I'm hip.
next gen
update.
shit. Yeah, so-
yeah, I'm hip. I'm just saying.
And
like,
what
that'd
they
be
need
cool.
to
And they've
do-
only
what they
released
need
like
to
2
do is,
games in 10 years anyway. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the patches for like Red Dead. I want a Red Dead 2 patch.
Yes, like a
I
Red
want
Dead
that.
2 patch. I'll go through
Yeah.
that campaign again, bro. Don't play me.
Yeah, I never
Nice.
played it, so I gotta play that. But if they do a
For
patch,
sure,
you know.
definitely play
Damn,
that.
that game is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice to see Red Dead. We already know next gen. We know next gen GTA is coming. So yeah, Rockstar. Yeah, they don't. They just won't even freaking touch those. Unfortunately. But yeah, I think I would like to see. I don't know, maybe a bundle of like Square Enix games. Who knows? I think Sega. I know they got a lot of Sega games on there. As well, but I don't. There's not really much of them that I'm really interested in like that. I mean, obviously, you know, freaking Judgment just came out. They kind of really have like Yakuza's riding high, and then you know, Persona supposedly supposed to be coming like I think rumor has it it's like next month or something. But
yeah, like May or something.
My push is Xbox Global Publishing, like some.
Okay.
Like I know people, you know, I want to see like Recore, Rise, Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive. They probably won't touch because of
Quantum
politics.
Break.
But yeah, those are the games I really want to see.
Quantum Break. Keep the 1X enhancements.
They'll be able to keep the 1X enhancements on that.
Keep the 1X enhancements and get that game to 60, please.
They'll be able to. Because it's wait, what engine is? No, it's on their own in-house engine, the Northlight engine, I think it is.
Yeah, Northlight. That's Remedy shit.
Remedy, yeah. So now the thing about freaking Rise that pisses me off is that because that game was like, you know, obviously, even though it's a pretty game, it was 900p. So they could probably, that game could probably go all the way up to, I don't see why they would do it, but it can probably go up to 120 at that resolution, right? Because let's say if you got Prey at the 1X version was 1440p, 30, and then it can run 1440p 60 fairly easily. It would be nice if they FPS boost that, since they know they're not coming back. But speaking of Rise, man, why did I see some rumor of Rise 2 being in the development, possibly multi-platform?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I doubt it.
Rise 2,
Is it from Crytek or is it somebody else?
Well, Crytek, they own the IP. It's their game.
Yeah, because Crytek is still going. Like that Hunt game, kind of. I don't know how successful was that. Was that Hunt game successful for them?
It was successful.
I don't
it was.
know.
I don't know.
I would have liked it if, honestly, that game could use an update on the Series X and probably PlayStation 5 because it runs,
it's 30
story.
it's a very fun concept, but the game runs like crap on the systems.
But that's always been their engine's issue though. So it's they need to figure that shit out to where it can perform at least decent, bro. Until somebody upgrades it and gives the frame rate boost and stuff.
That Cry engine is known for graphics, but it's always
it's problematic. Yeah.
No, that's CryEngine's notorious. Even with their recent with the Crisis remaster, they made it
Crisis
they didn't do the Crisis remaster. That's the thing.
But it's on the engine. It's still running on Crytek.
But how crappy that version ran. They're not the ones that even made it.
Okay.
It's the same. It's still the same problem that persists when it first came out. That's the thing. It's still the same.
It doesn't matter who touched that engine. That shit. Nope.
Yeah, they leased their engine, right? The engines get leased, right?
Yeah, it gets leased out as well. That's the funny part. I don't know why would you want to lease that.
Well, it used to, but
tools.
who's using CryEngine now? Nobody's using that shit now.
I don't think anybody would use CryEngine. I think people would rather use something that's
Unreal.
Unreal. Even Unity, Unity.
Unreal. Unity is the second most. Well, Unity might be the most used since it's more accessible.
It's just that it's not as refined as Unreal.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who you think did the best job on Unity. I'm trying to think what was the best.
Escape from Tarkov. I believe Spider-Man. Actually, wait, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man did not use no damn Unity, bro.
Actually, no. Let me see. I might be capping.
No, Spider-Man's an in-house engine from Insomniac.
I watched the Unity showcase. Oh, Ori's on Unity. Ori's on Unity. Escape from Tarkov is on Unity. Super Hot, The Long Dark is on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a sizable amount of games that's using Unity right now. But Unity is getting better and better as they get more people to support that engine, and they're adding much more stuff to it.
Yeah.
The criticism I see from Unity, especially watching their most recent use case, is the fact that they had good stuff there and they replaced it for worse solutions. So they need to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I'm not a developer, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I mean, that's it pretty much for FPS Boost. Like I said, it seems like it's going to be a monthly drop. They probably do some promotions with games that they're partnered with, like their next marketing deal, whatever game that's coming out, sequel or whatever. That game will probably the previous games probably receive an FPS Boost update. In terms of second extension, did anybody play this game yet?
I played it for 20 minutes.
How is it? Because I heard it for a game preview. It actually has achievements.
Oh, it got achievements?
Yeah.
It has achievements. Do not go in that game solo. They spawn way too many dinosaurs in that shit for solo, and the crazy part is the actual gameplay isn't bad for it being a game preview / early access game. The issue with it is the AI. They spawn too many of them, and then the AI isn't that great. They still have a lot of work to do in that game, so for what I've played, it moves well, it runs well. In terms of performance, I haven't really seen anything drastic in terms of degradation, but I need to put more time into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely need some people to co-op because you just get swarmed. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I played
They
with
need
you,
to-
right?
they need to-
That's
They need to figure out how to scale the amount of
I don't
the
play
amount of like
preview games
enemies.
no more, bro. I'm done with it. So I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I don't know. It's decent. It's not like it's not horrible. I like Rust console edition. It like I played a lot of Rust on PC. Rust console edition is fucking horrible. So at least Second Extinction is better than that bullshit that these motherfuckers
Rust
put on
out?
Rust. Yeah, Rust is out, but the game, don't get me started. I'm not gonna rant on
I'm
the
about
Rust
even
right now.
talk about that.
No, let it go on.
wait, no, Rust.
No.
The beta's out, right? The game is not actually out yet, right?
So the demo is out right now. It's on PS4 and
Oh, the
Xbox.
demo.
So I asked a lot of I pre-ordered the game. I was like,
course
yo,
you
I'm gonna
did.
try this out. You know, I played a lot on PC. I know a lot about the game, and man, like they should have just scrapped the current gen versions and just went next gen. That game runs horribly. The input lag, I've never experienced so much input lag in my life from a video game. Yes, Bless, right? It does look like PS3. The game looks like a fucking PS3 game. Like it's bad. It's really really bad, and they needed to put more time into working on that game. It's actually worse than PUBG when PUBG launched. I mean, the textures are there,
Damn.
but the game runs like shit.
That's some words right there.
I forgot this monitor has actual speakers. This is the first time I had a monitor that had a speaker on it. Oh my god. So Rust, yeah, I was interested in trying to beta, but I was not trying to pre-order the game to do
Yeah,
that.
good thing you didn't pre-order the game.
What is
I-
it about?
I-
Is it like some sort of fucking wasteland type game? Like what is it?
It's a survival
hardcore
game.
survival. It's a
Yeah.
hardcore survival game. So you drop into the map and you have to mine resources, build bases, and then you're just going around just looting for the most part, fucking people up. It's
Hey.
really in depth once you really get into the game, but it's really punishing.
Speaking of survival, has anybody played the game called Stranded Deep?
Stranded. I've tried.
No, but that's
I've
a
been tempted
PlayStation
to
Plus
buy
game,
it
right?
a couple
Yeah,
of times.
Yeah.
Like it's. How, did you download it already, Chris?
Well, no, it's not. It's not available until next. I think next Tuesday is when it's live. But I'm just asking because I'm talking about survival games, and I looked at. So that's a game was like where you're stranded on the island, but it's like procedurally generated. But you gotta like find. It's a survival game. It's like you gotta find materials and like kind of like craft, like a boat or helicopter to get out the island. Now I was wondering if anybody has played it because I'm thinking about downloading it. And probably trying it out.
It's.
No, let me try
I
it.
think no. It's a too involved survival game, which is not my type. So that's the I think because I've read the description.
What do you mean by that?
A too involved, like meaning you literally. It's too involved. Meaning it's about you really managing shit. Like,
Yeah, you have to manage a lot of
So
stuff. in
like
games that.
like a survival game.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I said, I mean, I like the the semi. Man, you know what I mean? The semi crap thing where they dive into it, but they don't.
I
jump
feel like
all
that
the way
game
in.
has been on like, hasn't that game came out on Game Pass or some shit like that?
I think
before?
it's in Game Pass. I know I first saw it on Steam, and then I seen it when it came to Xbox. I'm not sure if it went into Game Pass, but I remember when it first came to Xbox, I was contemplating getting it. And I kind of just said, nah, because it's been on sale a couple times. Let me check to see if this thing is in Game Pass. You said Stranded Deep, right?
Yeah,
And it covers like him on a boat or something like a rowboat or something like that.
yeah. I don't know that rush shit. That rush shit is actually pretty big. Like to me, that's not my type of
Nope, it's
game.
not there.
Like it's like I look at the game and I don't know how people are into it, but I know like somebody like in real life who's they have a console and everything like that, but they're not like very like hardcore gamer like we are, but they love they're like super excited that Rust is coming on consoles because they play Ark and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
they play Ark and they play
I
they're excited
played-
that Rust. I can't
played
play those
100
games. Those
plus
games are
hours.
boring to me.
No.
There you go.
Once you get a squad on the game like Rust and you know what you're doing, it's actually pretty fun. The thing with Rust is that Rust should have never came to to Xbox One and PS4. They should have scrapped that and said, "Yo, we're working on PS5 and Xbox Series X." Like they fucked up Rust. I can't believe
You sound so sad, Jay.
Dude, because I fucking love the game. And I was like, yo, I'm about to come on here. I'm about to like wreck these console noobs on this shit. Like, I know how to do everything in the game. And bro, like,
and it's over here breaking your heart trying to make it for Xbox One and PS4.
I don't understand why these devs do this to themselves. Like, they try to port these PC games to console. It's definitely a money grab. But it's like, yo, you make these really bad like console ports.
Yeah, the ports. Yeah, the bad ports.
I don't understand.
Like, it makes the whole game look bad. Really, like.
Yeah, you're ruining the image of the game because you have such an untapped market on the console place where you can really introduce a lot of players to a genre like this that's not really there on the console, and yeah, you ruin the game.
How bad is it? Is it like 76 bad, or like how bad is it?
Well, 76 isn't bad anymore.
Whoa. No, if you're trying to tell me to put a rating on a game like that, mind you, it's just a demo. I can just imagine how the full release is going to be of that shit on. Oh my god, it's probably a 50. Let's be real. The input lag is that I've never experienced input lag like that a day in my life. The input lag itself just kills the experience.
Is it so? Like you're talking about like the input lag from like your controller to what happens?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
That breaks shit so bad.
It's bad because you can't react. Like, imagine trying to shoot a bow and arrow at somebody, and the input lag is so bad you can't aim properly. And then there's like resources you can't even mine because you're walking right through it. I'm trying to get wood from a tree, and I'm walking through the tree. I'm sitting here like, whoa, what is this? I don't know. It's really bad. Let's next topic, please.
He's done.
So. Financial reports were kind of revealed today, both from Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox went yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and they bought out some high percentages on hardware usage and whatnot. Coke Boy, you wanna steer us along of how Microsoft, or at least how Xbox is doing, because everybody's always asking about their money. So,
oh yeah, the Q3 gaming revenue was up 50% year on year. Xbox content and services, which includes game and add-ons, content sales, gold and Game Pass is up 34%. And Microsoft's hardware is up 232% year on year in Q3. So they're killing it in terms of hardware sales. Now they're not outselling PlayStation right now and Switch because they literally don't have the volume of consoles to sell on the market right now. But to be up 232% year on year on hardware alone is pretty ridiculous. And then when you see the attach rate of Game Pass with their next gen consoles, that's pretty huge as well. So they're doing really, really well for themselves. The Xbox division is thriving. They already made up the money from the ZeniMax acquisition, so that's not even an issue.
Yeah, I mean, people still, asking, and then I think the biggest question is how's Game Pass doing? Is it profitable? We had Jez for Windows Central confirmed that it's at like 23 million subscribers. I think their next milestone where they're gonna give an announcement is when they hit that 30 million. And they expect to have that done by this holiday season. So
yeah,
how likely?
And this holiday season should be pretty big for them.
How likely does that happen?
How likely does what happen? Like the Game Pass numbers?
30 million. Yeah.
Where they at right now?
The number is at 22 million or 23.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how that happens. One, Starfield gets announced this year, and Starfield comes to Game Pass day and date, right? And then obviously Halo is going to be heat. Mm-hmm. So the marketing push for Halo along with Xbox Series X and Series S is going to be pretty key for that. So this E3 has to be a really good E3 for them. It has to be a really good E3 because you have to showcase. You have to showcase Halo Infinite like we've never seen before, and then you gotta you gotta have some other like major game announcement coming in there as well. So you gotta have something like a Starfield get announced. And apparently Starfield is gonna get announced this year. I don't know how true that is, but
It's believable. I believe that. I think the thing is that right now everybody laughs at and this is gonna go into obviously the rumors and whatnot, but oh shit. Everybody laughs how it feels lopsided in terms of game releases between PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Xbox has no games, PlayStation 5 has all the games. But the thing is, it's looking like, rumor has it, and we'll find this out. Obviously, E3 is starting to get some hype right now with all the publishers and stuff and the participants and whatnot. Obviously, Xbox and Bethesda are the biggest names there. But no, the rumor has it is that we're going to see Halo, obviously, Infinite, Starfield, and Forza Horizon 5. And these are all expected, or the target is to release them all this year. So, I mean,
yeah, hopefully they get all those titles out this year, because Halo's a must. Like, I'm a big Halo fan.
Yeah, but my thing is, if that's the case, when you consider it now, how there's a lot of those B tier, AA, and indie games that are coming that are like kind of high tier in their lane. Those, when you factor in those big games, right, with the next Dark Tide Warhammer game, which is exclusive, Stalker 2. Scorn, the Ascent, Grounded still has to release, Psychonauts 2 still has to release. When we and then Battlefield 6 potentially launching into Game Pass day and date. Elden Ring supposedly, chances are they're talking like an exclusive. I'm thinking if anything, it probably launches in Game Pass day and date. Those are like
rumor.
Yeah, they're rumor for now, but like those are. That's pretty big when you consider.
Rumor, yeah.
If they were to, Nick, if you say that shit one more time, like, when you consider,
that's a huge. Who said this? Like, who started this rumor, man? Like,
you got me looking up on this game.
But the thing is that's what the industry does. Most of the time is this mostly rumors or speculation until somebody officially says something. So that's all we ever do for the most part. So it's just like,
hold up, I'm not Coke Boy. Hold on, Swans. This is equivalent. Like, this is far fetched. The probability of that happening from a big, developer like
I don't
that.
know. It's a new IP though.
Like, y'all thought that. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all.
No, but you got to think about it. Like, I mean, you got to think about it. It's a new IP, right? Like, I mean, The Witcher and CD Projekt Red is held in very high regard. So I mean, like, the possibility of that.
So is Elden Ring.
Hold up. No.
Yes,
like,
it
there's
is.
hype behind it. Like, there's like a difference. Like, I think Cyberpunk could have been in talks, but I think like after. They might have saw the game, because there's no way that they didn't see the game before fucking hand. So maybe after they saw the game, it was like, yeah, this ain't going in Game Pass. Like, so I think that's what it was.
I'm willing to bet money that Elden Ring ain't coming to Game Pass.
No, but it's like, but I'm saying, but it's just like.
Oh wait, do you want to? Do you want to, D-Nick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bet again.
Let's let Swans finish.
Hold up. The Elden Ring thing is like, they have the marketing rights, right? So it's just like Sony having the marketing rights for RE8. The possibilities are open. Like, that's the thing. If they got the marketing rights, it's kind of like the same thing with Outriders. It's like they got the marketing rights.
Well, so Outriders, that game didn't have a great
I'm hip, but the point is, no, I'm hip, and I doubt that Elden Ring shit is going to come out with a demo. But it's just like the possibilities are open just with them having those. The marketing rights. Maybe they could strike a deal just with the marketing rights in there. I mean, you never know. So I feel like it's on the table. Like, the more far-fetched thing is like fucking the next Battlefield or something like that. That's where like I'm kind of skeptical on. But I mean, hey, shit, if it happens, it happens, and I'm proven wrong. So, but go ahead and make y'all bets, man.
Yeah, the Ring is definitely not coming because certain games, they can benefit from Game Pass. It's like it's like a good business deal. That wouldn't be a good, like, come on, bro.
Yes, it would, because it gets people to play those games.
No, I understand
like a lot of
that,
people,
but they're gonna buy them
them types of games are deterrents, though, bro. Like, you gotta be honest about that.
I
Like,
think they're
after
going to look
people
at
find out the
the
loop
amount
of
of
how
people
hard
that
it is.
pre-order.
Yeah,
'Cause
that too.
Look at something like Outriders. Outriders didn't have high pre-orders. That's why they had to strike the deal to put the game in Game Pass right away. Even a game like Cyberpunk would have never went inside Game Pass day one for the sheer amount of money that they would have made day one versus like taking money from Microsoft to put it in Game Pass. So there's certain titles that are too big to be put in Game Pass. There's so much money they can make on the front end just from releasing it themselves, right?
See, the
Like,
thing,
A game like Outriders,
this is
must
my
be
case.
sold properly.
This is my case with From Software, though, right? All their games sell good on Xbox, not as much as PlayStation, but they still sell good. They got like, this is crazy.
That's a big bag for them, yeah.
Like that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Dark Souls, like Ravenflow saying, they gonna buy Elden Ring, dog, automatic. Like,
with Dark Souls 3 sold like 10 million. It does decent on Xbox.
But the
it's decent. It's not.
But the folks denying that, like, getting more hands on it. That's what they're always promising.
Yeah.
I
Game Pass will
that's what they're
definitely
always
introduce
like,
more people to the game, but it's about
and it's just like, if
profitability
they get
first.
hooked in that loop, like, then they'll definitely buy the game. Like they'll invest in the game. Like, if they have cosmetic shit or something, I don't know what they're gonna do, or there should maybe like DLC expansion packs planned out or something like that. Who knows? But it's just like promising to get more people's hands. Yes, you're gonna have buyers. That's always the case.
They don't need it.
Who are fans of the game. No, but look, you're misunderstanding me. Yes, okay, they don't need it. But if I'm them and I'm like, damn, I could get more people's hands on the game than initially I would, then I mean, I would give it a go. Like, it's just like, and especially if I'm still
let me counter that argument.
But then
let me counter that. Let me hold on.
More people to buy the game.
I get what you're saying. Not a problem, right? Not a problem, right? Okay. Name one From Software game that's on Game Pass right now. Next topic. Next topic.
Like, what do you mean? What the hell does that have
hold
to do
on.
with Delta?
This is what I mean, right? You said they want more players to play that game that they would put it on Game Pass, right?
Those titles are already
so
established.
Why not?
I wouldn't expect like a Dark Souls to be in there. Like, I wouldn't.
Sekiro.
Yeah, but you talking about like Dark Souls 3? Like, why
sold.
hasn't Dark Souls 3 come on Game Pass?
Yeah, Sekiro, even though. Yeah.
But those titles have already sold, though. The Sekiro.
But that's his point. That's his point.
That's my point, yo. Like,
yeah, like look
they
at
gonna
GTA.
GTA.
GTA is breaking records.
Smooth, I want my money, man. I want my money.
Yeah, like, I mean, like that GTA has been back in there. What is this, like the second or third time? Fucking
yeah, the second time in there.
Like,
it's very subjective in terms of some of these games, but like From Software, I don't think they have interest in Game Pass unless Microsoft really throws them a big bag. Now, in terms of Elden Ring, I think Elden Ring is going to be a smash hit. It's going to sell millions, especially being a new IP from a developer that's very proven.
But it also has what's that guy? George
George R. Martin writing
his name is attached to the project.
Yeah, and people who are like fans of his work are definitely going to give that game a try for sure, because it fits together in the style that From Software has with the kind of games that they make and the universes that George R. Martin can create as well.
Like, it's like still what I think y'all overlook is just like that loop. Like, that loop is not for the faint of heart. And,
right,
so
but it's already having.
So it's kind of just like just like the Returnal thing. Is just like once people figure out that loop and maybe they're not into it, like, they're gonna drop it. Like, people have to be like active. Like, you have to be into it, or you have to or it has to grab you. If one of those two things do not happen, like, usually people will drop really difficult games, and especially if loops are there to punish you for not learning shit. Like, so it's just you can't drop difficulty.
Here's my thing.
Get him, Chris.
Here's my thing. Well, no, it's not even.
Help me out.
I'm not getting at him. I don't care. Like, if other people play the game and drop it or whatnot. Like
of course you don't.
No. But here's the thing: is like these games, like I said, like Dark Souls 3, like has already reached like 10 million in sales. Like there's a big enough market for that audience that like these games they sell very well. I think Elden Ring is gonna be a game that sells pretty well. It's not gonna do nothing like Cyberpunk, right? It's not gonna do no 13 million in like a month or anything like that. Nah, but it's the Dark Souls fan base has grown a lot.
It has.
People understand what they're getting into when it comes to these games, right? They hear it's creator of Dark Souls or whatever. At this point, if you know anything about Dark Souls, and if you see a game that's coming out and it comes out and it says the creator of Dark Souls, you know it's gonna be a game. You know it's gonna be like a challenging game. Like people know, like at this point, nobody should go into a game like this and be like, "What? I didn't know it was gonna be hard." Like, nah, this is the type of game that From Software makes.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, like those things are promised. Like the fans, like those things are definitely promised. I'm just like, I'm more in the crowd of like, why not get more? Like, why not grab more? If you could possibly get more, why not? That's my thing. But I definitely know that there are those hardcore like Chris and shit out there who will fucking who will play those games ad nauseum and just fucking be puking their guts out in anger at some point. But it's just like, I mean, you guys are built like that. Like, you're built for that.
Well,
so
especially now, because also you got to understand that these games, right, like the Dark Souls game and also Elden Ring is confirmed to have this. They have online, they have co-op, like you can play with your friends. They have PvP.
Yeah, but there's some people coming to drink and just be murking you though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's part of it. That's part of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we used to do that all the time. We used to like jump people, wait till people invade us, right? And I have like two of my boys, and we'll jump them, or sometimes if you're good enough, like sometimes like I've been in situations where I fought 3 people at one time, and I got all 3 of them and stuff like that. So it's like the game has the game's gonna have co-op and stuff. Like Elden Ring is gonna be a big game enough to the point where it's like at first they can sell it.
Yeah, possibly.
They can sell it at the full price at launch. People will buy it, and then later on, if it comes to a service like Game Pass or whatever, then more people try it out. I mean, that's I think
no, you're right.
That. Yeah,
like I think hold on real quick, because Jazz said this twice in the chat, and I'm kind of thinking like a game like Biomutant do sound like a better, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
now,
y'all bugging me. Like see now y'all just forgetting that what actually happened with Game Pass.
I don't think.
Game Pass is not limited to what games can be added to the service.
That's not
bad. Yeah, could Biomutant go in there? Sure, absolutely. But so could like a Scarlet Nexus. So could like. I don't think like Elden Ring is too big for Game Pass. I mean, the thing is, if moving forward, any game that Xbox gets a marketing deal with, the game is going to Game Pass. I'm sorry, and they have the marketing deal with Elden Ring.
So it's a bet.
I think they're.
Basically,
See, y'all want to bet and shit all the time. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, the thing about it is that if they fucking do this, it's just like he said, the marketing deals, what they're really selling here is just like they're gonna test out all of these games that we see hit Game Pass day one. They're gonna show them the numbers and they're gonna be like, okay, this is what we could promise. But then on top of that, if they go by what they initially sell, like the fan base and the reception and all the people talking about it, like the chatter and all of that shit, they could put that on top of that. Like, it's just like, because it's gonna hit their numbers as well as the developers and the publishers' numbers. Like, so everybody is going to be looking really good. Like, Microsoft just has to be really good at selling it. Like, so if they can show them the numbers for Outriders or something else.
They are good at selling it, but it's the amount.
Huh? Okay,
I don't know what happened.
Is everybody Chris,
he broke up. He broke up.
What I'm saying is, as a developer, me as a publisher, Game Pass is great. But if I know if I'm estimated to do a certain amount of sales first week, first month, right? I would rather just drop my game at $60, get the profits, and then drop it in Game Pass later. It depends on the game as well, because like I said with Outriders needed the stimulus package from Microsoft to be able to get that game active.
Who's publishing it?
Bandai Namco.
Bandai
Yeah,
Namco.
Bandai Namco.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not Activision or 2K.
People are
'cause From
mentioning
Software-
Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk was ass, bro. Like you gotta understand. Like that game even hitting Game Pass.
That was the last
Yeah.
marketing deal Xbox
It
had
would've-
that wasn't
it would've
revolved around
Smooth.
Game Pass. What's up?
Smooth, you said there's no game big enough for Game Pass. I think GTA 6.
Well,
It's a
they
game
would.
that's
Well,
big
yeah.
enough.
But in terms of
Well, like GTA.
could
6 is
Microsoft
fucking
afford
easy,
it?
bro. Like,
Yes, but that's
They'll have to pay a lot. They'll have to pay a
different. But I'm
lot
talking about in terms of I don't think
of money.
I would not be
paying
surprised
billions.
if Elden Ring launched into Game Pass. I don't
I
foresee
wouldn't.
Microsoft
I wouldn't be surprised
doing
either.
Listen, I'm not
marketing
saying it's
deals that does
impossible.
not involve Game Pass. I just don't see it.
I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything is possible, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think the chances are very unlikely, in my opinion, for Elden Ring in particular. I'm not
Because
saying
Game
it's
Pass doesn't
impossible.
stop Elden Ring from
Yeah,
selling.
yeah.
And they already have data. Bandai knows. Remember, they're not going. Bandai isn't judging with Sekiro, so because that's not Bandai's game. They're going by what Code Vein and whatever the last
Well, yeah,
games they
with Dark
put
Souls
on.
3.
And yeah, like
all
so.
of that shit,
true,
yeah.
okay.
Like they can't judge on Sekiro. That's Activision's publishing.
But they
deal.
can judge on Dark Souls 3.
All right, they can.
other games.
All right. So how many?
Dark Souls 2.
Here's
What?
the thing. Here's the thing with Elden Ring, right? Going into Game Pass doesn't hurt whatever they were probably going to do anyway. Especially if it's multi-plat. Especially if
agree.
it's multi-plat.
I think, yeah. I mean, because some people,
I agree with you on that.
Some people that will buy it on
exactly.
Xbox will be like, I just get on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, and they still going back because they not gonna beat it in time that motherfucker leaves. So, I mean,
I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Like, we
I
don't
mean,
know.
it
We'll
depends
see.
on the
We'll
time
see
frame.
what
But I
happens.
feel
That's a
like
big. That's a
like
big
people
if.
don't beat those games like really quickly. So
Yeah,
that's,
I mean,
that's
some
my
people
point.
do.
Like,
You know.
well, I'm thinking about like in a day or like a month or so, some shit like that.
Jazz, to answer your question, buddy, you said they bought 23 studios for Game Pass. If their strategy was to pay huge bucks for third-party Game Pass, why buy all those studios? Because it doesn't take a week to make a game. They have to.
Yeah,
And
Jazz
once
be
their
tripping.
games start going exactly
What up,
how
Jazz?
once their games start getting into release mode, they're going to be using third-party and second-party studios to fill that gap until their first-party games start going. So yes, they bought
Bingo.
all these studios, but they're like you guys said, their games are 5 years away. So in that time, they have to use their partners to release games in the services until
Hey, that's
those
what
games
Xbox
hit.
saying.
I mean,
But also, like those first party titles, like those things stay. Those third and second party deals leave out, and they may recycle back in, and they may not. Like the thing is that with those first party titles, like those titles are going to be long RPG titles for like a good portion of them. So that really helps for the stayability as well.
Shout out to Jez. But I got a super chat. It's easy from I think this is Canadian $10. I could be wrong, but
I think so.
he says soon be able to enjoy PC titles on Xbox with a mouse and keyboard. Testers have been able to play Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Death Stranding, Dota, and other via remote app. I have source. I don't know how legit that is. That's a lot of but mouse and keyboard is already working on obviously Xbox consoles. Matter of fact, there's select games like Halo and CFDs ask me, hey, are you playing on mouse and keyboard, or do you want to play on mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, they
It's
do.
all that stuff. And I showed, like, was it a couple weeks ago, me playing Stadia on the Series X via browser, and you can soon enough once NVIDIA what's their streaming NVIDIA Now, GeForce Now, once that is
GeForce Now, yeah.
compatible with Chrome or Microsoft's Chrome, then you'll be able to play all your PC libraries on an Xbox too if you wanted to do that. Because that's what I freaking signed up for GeForce Now and I found out it doesn't work for Microsoft Chrome. If had that been the case, I would have bend the knee and fucking purchased like Horizon Zero Dawn on PC and Death Stranding just to see if I could play it on my Xbox. But Yeah, that would have been
That's an interesting concept that he said with a remote app. You're gonna be able to play those PC games on your Xbox. I won't doubt it because you have emulation. You can sideload some stuff on there, not everything. But if you're able to, because there's a lot of remote apps on PC anyways. So if you're able to find out a way to use a remote app from your PC to your Xbox, that's cool. I would still just play on my PC. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, who all buying Elden Ring in here? If it don't come to Game Pass.
I'd probably buy it for the most part. I'd buy it, but I'll buy it. However,
I mean, you already know I'm buying.
However, I will say this: if that thing, if they say it's going to Game Pass, I will. That's exactly where I'm going to play it. That's exactly where I'm going to play it. I know that. It's like, bruh. Because at that point, that's not, Bandai got their money.
Somebody asked that. Somebody asked it. That's why.
If the shit, I once it goes on the pre-order store, I will pre-order it, right? And then if it's 5 weeks from launch, when the game goes gold, they announce that it's going to Game Pass, I will cancel the pre-order and play it there.
But you will pre-order if it don't.
Oh yeah, I'll pre-order if it don't.
So you might as well pre-order it, bro.
Nah, Nick. I will buy you the game. Consider your game purchased by me if it doesn't go on the Game Pass.
All right, good, cool. Because that definitely was great cop. But yeah, go ahead, yeah. Because it's not how long we gotta wait for the day one, right? Day one, right?
I think it's day one. It's day one.
All right, that's the bet.
My only thing with like Elden Ring, because I 100% believe it's a cross-generation title. Like I think it's coming for everything PS4. It has to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My only thing is
it was announced on the last gen.
Yeah, my only thing is like, bro, after playing Demon Souls, I wonder how From Software is gonna have the graphics running on the PS5 version and stuff like that. Because it's gonna feel like it's like a step back if it doesn't look as good as Demon Souls. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna bother me in anything like that. But it's
of course,
man, Bluepoint did a phenomenal job with that shit.
Because Demon Souls was just built for like that one console, so it's like it's gonna be very different. Like if they're still putting it out on the last.
But I still think it's gonna look. I mean, because Dark Souls game, they're not the best looking game, but they still look good, right?
Yeah,
Bloodborne looks really good too. But
Dark Souls 3
I'm excited for the game because it's gonna have some Sekiro like traversal mixed in with like Dark Souls 3 like RPG mechanics and shit like that.
Yeah, they said it was gonna be like.
How much is gonna be, Chris?
Yeah.
How much is gonna be, Chris? 70 or 60?
If it's cross-gen, it's most likely going to be 60, 59, and 99. Yeah,
it's just going to be 59.
You know what I mean for next gen, because Call of Duty was the two prices as well.
Yeah, but that's Activision.
That's Activision. Activision cash grabbers.
That's Activision, 2K.
Because look at Capcom.
EA.
Resident Evil,
the worst publishers.
8 is $59.99. Resident Evil 8 is $59, and that's cross-gen.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Like Activision, they're like the only ones that are doing like cross-gen $70.
Yeah, it's Activision. You know I mean? It's Activision 2K. Even EA is doing it as well.
Right.
EA, Activision, 2K, and Sony.
No, Sony's not doing $70 cross-gen. They're doing $70 just next-gen only games. But I'm saying like Call of Duty or Activision,
MLB's cross-gen.
But you get like both versions.
Spider-Man cross-gen? Spider-Man cross-gen.
Oh
too,
yeah,
right?
You get the You're right. MLB.
Yeah, but Spider-Man wasn't 70. Spider-Man was 50. It was 70 if you got the
bundle.
If you got the one with the remaster.
Which is the one that I copped because you
paid the $20 extra for the remaster, but the actual game was 50. So I don't know. We'll see. Like it's like some publishers are doing it, some aren't. I mean, to me, like
I agree. The Ravenflow. Bobby Kotick is the worst fucking CEO I've ever seen.
Yeah.
God.
I hate that guy.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't matter regardless because most likely, Elden Ring, I'm gonna get it like a special edition anyways. I'm gonna end up paying more for like Ratchet and Clank. Like I'm getting the $80 deluxe digital deluxe version. With the costumes and shit like that. So. It wouldn't matter to me anyways if it was 70 or 60. It's getting caught.
Smooth, what they tell you? You try and boost that revenue, huh? That's what Chris trying to do.
What you mean? Oh yeah.
he said you get the $80 version.
Yeah, nah. So
Yo.
go ahead, Nick.
Nah. I was gonna say what come with that $80 version.
A couple costumes, a couple items, soundtrack.
Oh hell.
And, yeah. This is $10 more. I mean, I did the same shit with Final Fantasies. If it's like a game, that I don't do that with every game. Obviously, there's some games I don't buy or whatever. But if it was a game that I'm really, really into, like Final Fantasy is one of my favorite series. Guess what? I bought 2 copies of the $80 version for Final Fantasy. I bought the digital deluxe and the physical deluxe, which isn't even open. It's sealed.
I bought the physical deluxe.
All right,
of
I was
Ghost.
about to ask
Got that
why,
steelbook.
though. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But okay, all right, I got you.
Well, I got it I got the physical as a collector. That's mainly for a collector, and then I just got the digital deluxe edition that comes with all the shit or whatever. So it's like, and same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. I bought the $70 version. Ratchet and Clank, like for games that I'm like really, 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 really into, like Elden Ring. I'm a huge Souls fan. So if they come out with like a deluxe edition, of course I'm gonna buy that shit. But
Halo Infinite gotta have a collector's edition.
I'm getting the legendary.
They typically have that. Yeah.
Right, like Resident Evil, I'm just gonna get the standard edition, standard $60 one. Like other games, I'm just gonna get the standard editions or whatever. So I don't do that with every game. So there's only certain ones.
So a part of this whole rumor thing. So this is one of the links you sent, Cope Boy. I'm mad that the article says this, but it says Starfield 100% an Xbox exclusive, says Insider. Microsoft pushing for 2021 release. Well, it's not an insider. Randall Thor is not an insider, and that's his words.
Yeah,
not
mine.
They quoted him.
Yeah.
They quoted him.
Wow.
So I watched the video when he says, Rand said in this video, he says,
Wait, can you repeat that?
What?
My bad. I got a call. What you say? Randall Thor said what?
No. I was saying the article that Cope Boy put in the chat. It says Starfield 100% an Xbox exclusive, says Insider. Microsoft pushing for 2021 release. But I said Randall Thor is not an insider, and that's his words. He's not an
those
insider.
are his words too.
He said in this video, I've been told by very reliable people that Starfield was 100% an Xbox exclusive. I even made bets about it, and I don't bet unless I know I'm willing to bet.
So he's an insider.
But he's not the insider. His friends are insiders.
Yeah, he's not the insider. He's just relaying information.
So
like a tad of information.
Pretty much with the inside. Yeah.
I'm really, really confident that Starfield is only releasing on Xbox when it does, and I've been told as well that Microsoft is trying their hardest to get the game out for this holiday. They really want Starfield out this holiday. The game is basically finished. It's in bug squashing mode right now, very much like Halo Infinite, and would be a big boom for Game Pass and Xbox if both Halo and Starfield could launch this fall.
I believe Rand, because Rand been right a lot. Like
he has. Like his track record has been good.
So he's the insider, man.
I wouldn't say
all these other people,
just
man.
Got connects. Like,
there's a couple people I listen to. Well, there's quite a few. There's a handful of people because and people make fun of these guys because they're linked to Xbox. So, but Rand, Clobro, Jez Corden, Brad Sams, Brad Sams, Jeff Grubbs, Special Ed, ACG, Tom Warren. Yeah, it's quite a few. When it comes to like leaks or something, like anything related to leaks or rumors, if they're linked to them, if they're reporting on them, I tend to like all right, because their track record in the last 24 months have been pretty spot on in terms of for the information I was looking for. So,
like what? Because I'm trying to figure out what they had right. Like
everything
Jeff
that we learned. So Jez had the Xbox Series.
Or is it just
Jez had the Xbox. Jez had the Xbox Series specs damn near a year ago, but nobody just really cared for it at that point because it was so far away. But when it actually came out, you go back to his article, he was spot on, completely spot on.
Okay.
He had the price. He also had the release. Who else had obviously who gave me the
Oh, that's Jazz. So that's one for Jazz. Go ahead.
You can give Jeff Grubb the entire summer of last year.
What?
Jeff Grubb?
He was wrong about Xbox Live, dog.
No, the fuck he wasn't. Like, oh my god.
No,
oh my god.
No,
Okay.
being
Like,
free.
you know,
Okay.
Being free.
Okay. Okay.
Facts.
You're really
Nick.
so you're using that. You're
one thing against
that's
because
what you're using.
what else?
Even though he bodied the entire summer last year, he
Well,
bodied
what?
he already started with this summer that's coming on, and they already checking off as correct. Get out of here, man!
I'm really looking for what he like.
Look him up. Look it up. Look it up.
No,
Look it
I'm
up.
only-
Look it up,
bro,
Nick.
like you on
No,
Twitter, bro,
Xbox
like
Live
you
is
see
big, right? Hold on. Saying Xbox Live
right.
is going to be
All
free.
right, when
It's
the Kojima shit is confirmed, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna go to? Who you gonna give credit to?
Oh, so he the one behind the Kojima joint?
Yeah. So who you gonna give credit to?
Then I give him his credit. But that
Nick, the point
saying
is that like if somebody's track record is like legit, like let's say like 90% of the time and they get one thing wrong, like you're gonna discredit everything. Yes or no? Like I just want to know.
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is big things. Like you come out big, you lose big. So that's a big like minus for me. I can't. Nah, man. You ran with that.
No,
that
yo,
was a
shit.
little bit too much.
I gotta
He
have
had the whole community looking at this, bro. It wasn't just the Xbox community. It was the whole
but that's
community.
fine though. Like, how does that expose that you got one thing slightly off? But then it's like then you have like everything else that was like surrounding Xbox Live going away, and then they made that dumbass shit announcement about charging more and all of that shit. That was another like issue that they had to kind of like iron out and everything. So things were
who gave us the free to play information? Was it Rand or was it Jeff Grubb?
Rand. Okay. It was Rand. My man Rand. It came through again with a. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all look like you can look at certain things that somebody can guess, but something like what Rand was talking about the games coming to play. That's kind of big, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
but he did the same. Jeff Grubb got. Who do you think? Ask Rand. No, D-Nick. Tweet Rand and ask him who he ask him give the names the names I just gave you, right? And then see what he says. If they're a go-to or not. Like Jeff Grubb, because you said no to Jeff Grubb and no to who else? What other name I said?
I'm not saying no. I just look at him like when if Rand come out and say something, it's more like I know he did a little bit more research into it, because to say something like Xbox Live is gonna be free, you putting your money on it, and you supposed to be up here knowing more people and more important, and it's wrong. Then come on, bro.
Things change,
it's like throwing a touchdown and throwing the first down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You throwing a touchdown, you're gonna lose.
Like, shit, if you were in his seat, Nick, and you got this information, let's say that you were in the seat, Nick, and you got the information. He was like, all right, yeah. Like, so I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna announce this. I'm gonna be like, yo, shit, I got some valid sources. Like, they gave me this information. And then let's say like a month or something passed, and they just like, yeah, that's not about to happen, you see? And then it's just like, I mean, what? Do you think people should just like say fuck everything else you say after that? Like, should people just be like, yeah, we don't trust you, Nick? That nigga, shit, he lied one time. Like he had to screw up one time. So we're never.
I tell you this, right? I tell you this. If Rand come out and say something, I'm gonna lean more towards what he said.
So Rand, but the thing is, Rand said the Xbox Live Go would be free too.
He said that too.
Yeah.
No, he said it was possible.
No, he said it would be free. But the thing is, he didn't put but Jeff Grubb didn't put a date on it either. He didn't put. He said Rand's been more so saying Game Pass has to hit a certain number. That's why he said it was going to happen. He doesn't know when. But the thing is, how can you be like, oh, Jeff Grubb didn't give you a date?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're saying he's wrong for that.
Saying that's something big
when that happens, but when it does happen, are you going to then retract? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. No, I'm just saying that's kind of huge.
The only thing we can do is just like wait to see how it all plays out. I'm kind of getting tired of like always talking about, because it's always like the same. Like, you gotta wait this and that and shit like that. It's like, yeah, there's some people like Rand like gets his credit because he has been alright. He's been right about PlayStation games coming to PC. You know what I mean? Like he was one of the first. He was one of the first people to break that and shit like that. So obviously he does know people and shit like that. So, but one thing we could do is like we just wait instead of just like arguing about if this is gonna happen to this person, right, or whatever. It's like if it happens, it happens.
Because we all make statements and everything at the end of the day, and it's just like it's up to the individuals who are listening. I mean, if they're going to put any type of weight upon those statements, it's just like I could say, yeah, yo, shit, like fucking Death Stranding coming to Xbox, the fucking clip this shit, and then like I mean, if you really believe it, I could say, yeah, yo, clip it then, like. And if I got it wrong, then I just got it wrong.
Hey, I still don't get my credit for me saying that Xbox will have more 120 frames per second games and 60 frames per second games than PlayStation.
For that.
I said that shit in July.
You did say that. You did say that.
It's even that's something Jeff Grubb would say, bro. That's my point. It's like, nah, he think guesses and shit.
That wasn't no guess. I was confident.
I know.
We gotta give you your respect for that, though. You did call that out before the
Yeah,
generation started.
I give you props, Move. And I give Jeff Grubb his props too. You know, I just want him to be right more. That's all.
He's shooting 90%.
Nick. He said he really disappointed you, Nick. He let you down.
Yo, I'm already blocked by Jazz, and that's crazy. I don't even know how Jazz blocked me, like on Twitter.
Yeah, I never even talked.
I don't even.
Yeah, me blocked.
I don't even know.
No, it depends. If you were like, for example, like Daniel Ahmad, he has me blocked, and I think he blocked me for arguing with somebody about PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah,
So-
shit. If you're arguing, then most of the time, like a lot of these guys will just like, not even entertaining. So it's
Yes.
I don't even think I've ever argued with somebody and wanted to judge it straight. Like I never interacted with them. Like
Chances are you had a tweet like dogging something.
You know what? Maybe
somebody
somebody
retweeted it.
had a tweet.
Mhm.
Maybe somebody had a tweet that tagged his name and I liked it, and it was some shit.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Maybe
I'll be liking.
that's what it
stuff,
is.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably what it was. But
we got to
I don't
stop
know.
liking stuff that's funny, man.
Did
We
y'all
gotta
see
stop
that?
it.
Did y'all see that? That chick, that journalist chick, who's getting a lot of heat because apparently
Callie Cleggy.
No.
Oh no.
This chick, she was playing like Nier like on auto mode or some shit like that, and then like but she blocked every I never even it was the first time that I heard about her. Like if you go to BG like quote tweeted her, and if you look at like all the comments on the BG is all I'm blocked, and like I never even seen this chick and I was automatically blocked. Like I never nothing like. I don't know why people do that. It's like what like
Maybe she just associated you with the. Were they dogpiling on her or something?
Yeah.
Like because maybe she
nah,
just
but you know what?
associated
Somebody
you with the
said she
crowd,
probably has a apparently like a bot that auto blocks,
like an auto blocker, some shit like that.
like some type of auto block or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But she was going at people all fucking crazy and shit like that. So it's like she was being rude and blocking people. I was like, I don't know.
Shout out to Isma Easy. He said he's DM'd me the article to his Smooth Twitter, and then night. That means he's going to bed. But so hopefully you got to hear this super chat. But shout out to you. He did send me an article in regards to that. I think he was talking about, and it's based off the Chromium, the Microsoft Chromium, where you'll be able to stream the games. But now it's going to support, a mouse and keyboard support and whatnot via streaming.
Nice.
With that, so. That's what's up. But yeah, I mean, unless you guys want to talk things related to PlayStation, that's all I got today. I mean, unless I met.
This playing Xbox, baby. There has been a lot of great news lately for PlayStation, but this playing Xbox.
Yeah, you can save that for your podcast tomorrow.
Yeah. The only thing is there is a China Hero project that's going on tonight at 11. It's an indie initiative like that for like the PlayStation is part of for a lot of indie Chinese studios. Showing they finally showed off Lost Soul Aside. You know what I mean? Like finally after like 5 years. Which that game looks
so
great.
That was announced a long time ago?
Bro, that was announced in 2016.
Oh shit!
But
I didn't even know. Maybe I forgot.
Yeah,
it's
because
been so long.
That whole early footage that they showed off that game, it was made by one guy.
Yeah.
It was one Chinese guy that made it, but he got a team now, a team of 30 people, and they've been working on the game. So they finally re-revealed it, and it looks like Devil May Cry. It looks like it does a little bit need more polish, and I want to see if you actually playing the game like that because it looks pretty crazy. But other than that, then there's a state of play tomorrow with more Ratchet and Clank and some more indies that they're showing off. So yeah, and that Ratchet and Clank looks.
Are they
fire,
showing
bro.
anything else other than
I know.
Devil's in.
Yeah, they say they're showing they said Ratchet and Clank. It's mainly going to be about Ratchet and Clank, but they're going to show a few more of their indie titles that are coming.
Okay.
So
right,
there you go. Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're not. They're getting away from the indies and AAA." Nah, this is all their response to all of that. So
yeah,
I know Smooth wants to get. Smooth wants to get that PSI so he can get that Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, man, I know people got a problem with me saying I'll be looking forward to getting another PS5 because of it, as if I didn't say that several times. But yeah, I'm confident I'll be able to snag one before June 11th.
Hopefully, man. They're talking about. I know Jim Ryan said recently that they're really trying to work hard and increase production. For
another super chat.
Yeah. Before I read the super chat, did anybody watch Digital Foundry's the Metro Exodus Edition?
Yeah, I did. I watched.
Did they just cover the PC version exclusively, or like?
Yeah, they just covered the PC version. But if you paid attention, like it was like some of the things that they announced for the PC version was also in their little their post on their website about the enhancements for the next gens, like some of the shit that's going to be with it. So like I just paid attention to it because I wanted to know what possibly or like what could be coming to the consoles.
Yeah.
It dealt with a lot of like ray tracing shit, and they said that like for the next gen consoles, like they were going to have heavy ray tracing shit, but it was like once they named the resolution, it was like I think for the Series S, like it was like 1080p 60 with ray tracing, and I was like, that's interesting. So I wanted to see what it looked like here, and like they kind of broke it down. Sure, I was interested as hell. So
yeah, when this game come out, I'm probably gonna play it on easy, just because it's
it's such a good game.
Do I have the game?
Like, it's such a good game, dude. Like, it's so good.
I have the regular
Like, I love
game.
the Metro series.
No, but I don't, because I know it's heavily like I know it's like survival based. I think I was playing it. I was liking what I was playing. The problem is I ran out of ammo, and I have a bunch of like big ass creatures like chasing me around, and I can't shoot them. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's not really Survivor, but it has mechanics where you got to manage your ammo.
Yeah, I want to do that, bro. I just want to pick up ammo off
your
the floor.
air and shit like that. But you could craft more ammo. It's not like that hard. Like, you just got to get the materials and shit. Watch out for materials. Like, son, it's so good, son. Play it. Like,
I'm gonna play it when the next gen version come out. Like, it looks good. I know the current version looks awesome. But now that it got 60 frames and ray tracing and next gen effects, I think it'll be dope. Stone King X, this is the dude, man. I've been in parties with him a couple of times, and Stone King was the one that gave me the 25 to so I could pick up Werewolf. So I appreciate that. He says enjoying, and I've been checking out his Twitter drops. He's like enjoying my Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S with a Seagate 1 terabyte SSD expansion on both. Just dropping off this little super chat. Appreciate it, bruh. Speaking of, I'm not mad at you. You got it. You got two SSD. Why don't you just grab one SSD from the box, play what you playing, and then bring that SSD with you to the other box, and when you want to play on a smaller box? Like, I don't think I'll get like two SSDs. I don't think I need it right now. But while we're on the subject, I did get rid of my Series S. I sold my Series S, and
I saw.
I now only sold it because I got another Series X.
So now I got
two X's. I got because one, I got this monitor. Like I said, I'm gonna do a review on, and we're gonna talk about it and whatnot. And I got one hooked to the TV, so no compromises at all, and I can just enjoy whatever I want. I don't have to move the box back and forth and whatever. All I have to move is the SSD. So. But yeah, the Series S is cool. I like the console, but it just, if I can get another Series X,
I thought about copping a Series X, but it's just like, I just don't care. Like it's like I got the money to do it. I'm just like,
Yeah. Yep, but
I'm satisfied. Like,
shout out to you, Stone King. Yeah, that is that's pretty much it. That's the
So
show,
the next
guys.
big game, the next big game coming to Game Pass is Elden Ring, right?
Right
it's
now,
Eternal.
Well, the
in
next
terms of
big game-
in terms of
Damn,
confirmed,
Chris.
in terms of confirmed, the next
Godfall.
big game.
Fuck God.
ew. Oh
No,
my
the next
God.
big game would be technical. Well, I don't. It depends on releases. We still waiting on a ton of games, but no,
Godfall is probably gonna come to Game Pass
probably
because
Yeah,
it's coming to Xbox.
Straight to Game Pass.
Yo, that'd be fucking
Straight to
hilarious.
more like the trash.
Look.
But that's just me.
That'd
Hey,
be
yo,
lit,
oh
though.
man, Logan, don't give a fuck. Like,
Dude,
hold
I
on, but
seriously,
don't
I've
be
never
Jake,
felt
dog.
like I just took $70 and just dumped
Do it
it
in the trash.
Yo,
dryer.
Dope as Jake bought that game.
I know.
$20.
I literally tweeted at him. I said, if you would have told me, I would have saved you $70 or whatever, 40.
No,
I would
no,
have. I would have
listen.
gave you my copy to get it
Next
out of my
next
fucking
time,
site.
if there's something that you don't have, I'll hit you up for sure.
I would have.
I
I
got
would have.
you.
I would have sent that shit to you so damn quick just to get it out of my face.
yo,
You
I've
want
never
this.
had like a
God,
game
man.
that's had me like.
I don't even
before.
want to give it. Like I don't even want to trade it in or sell it to anybody. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, just get it away.
It's just I get it out of my sight. Fucking hate that game.
Hey, you ever noticed that
Jay
buying
Bar gonna
games-
come in here again? Jay Bar.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
care.
look,
Fuck them.
you ever
was on
noticed
some
that?
trash shit.
But you ever noticed that when you buy games new, like from GameStop or whatever, you can't trade them in.
no, you
But when
can't.
you buy digital, now that you buy
Oh, you
digital,
can't?
you more so can get your money back
Yeah.
faster than
Yeah,
anything else.
You can't
That's
return
crazy
the
now.
physical copy.
Wait, I'm
You can't-
confused.
can't
What do you mean? Like
Yeah, you
can't
have
do
to
that at
open
GameStop?
it. That's why I didn't bring
Yeah,
That's why I didn't bring my Hitman and Valhalla to GameStop because I literally had to
Yeah.
open it so I could lose value, so they could give me $20 for one and
Wow.
16 for the other.
No, I've had them
New-
do that to me before. No, I've had them do it. Okay, yeah. All right.
Oh no, Chris. Don't you ever.
I'm
Don't
fucking
you ever.
with y'all. I'm fucking.
No, don't you
Oh,
ever.
yes.
Don't you ever.
Hey,
with
oh
y'all.
my gosh.
I'm fucking with
Don't
y'all.
you
dudes.
ever.
I'm fucking with y'all fanboys. Alright?
Yeah, you
We're not
should've
even, we're not
bought
even,
that. You
fan, we're
should've
not even
known.
fanboys of the
I'm
game.
fucking with
We
y'all.
just that game is God sent.
Look,
I don't
Magic
know.
is lit. Like Doom is lit.
It's looking like that Returnal about to be hit. All right.
All right, I
You
still
gotta get
predict.
that
That's a plus.
My-
That's a plus for digital, though, man.
The scores
That's a
come
plus
out
for
tomorrow for Returnal, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
tomorrow
okay.
morning at 5 a.m. I think is when they start going.
Damn,
live.
y'all gonna
Yeah,
get
that's
up
a
early.
fucking weird time.
I'm not getting up early. I'm sleeping,
No.
and then when I wake up,
No, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
get up
you
early to
shut
read
on
someone's
clock
review.
set.
exactly. I'm not waking up early. I'm just saying that's the time to go up.
You are.
80, 82 or lower is my score. So
78.
if it's better than that, congrats. I know, PlayStation, Sony, they
It's-
live and die
it's-
by that Metascore. So
Two's not bad. I think that's.
no, I don't think that's
but-
bad. That's the peak I'm giving it.
Yeah,
I give it a 78. I think it's gonna get a 78.
true.
Yo,
Okay.
Nick, have you been seeing the previews?
Yo, remember we had this conversation about Ghost of Tsushima, and I was right.
Ghost of Tsushima
I
got
don't
robbed.
I don't understand what we talking about.
That game got robbed.
Well, we'll see.
So
We
y'all
got-
saying
we got-
Returnal's
Games get robbed.
Wait, y'all saying
I
Returnal's
would
gonna
never-
score better than Ghost of Tsushima?
Right.
So
That's
what?
what they say.
So they're saying Returnal's gonna score better than Ghost of
Po-
Tsushima?
po- possibly. You know why? Because it's like the actual first true next gen game. Obviously, Demon Souls is a remake of the old.
Yeah, but I don't
PS3
think
game,
just
right?
because
Bro,
the
yeah,
game's
what the hell I
next-gen
got to
makes
do
it
with
better
that?
No,
than
but
another
here's the
game,
thing.
though.
But I've been paying attention
Chris
to
is
what
tripping,
people are
bro.
saying. They're saying that this shit is fucking mind blowing and it feels like a true next generation. That's what I said. Like, it's paying attention to what people are saying on
Right,
the
man.
previews. We already got 2 leaked scores, right? Both
From
at
shit ass
9.3.
websites.
WCC Tech is a shit ass website now. Come on, man. Like,
For reviewing games, yes. Like I seen a 69 game get rated 90 somewhere.
okay,
like
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
But here's a lot of people been saying, like Jeff Grubb. He came out and said that he feels like the game is worth $70 and he's been loving it, even though he's not into roguelike. Like a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like skill up. Like a lot. Like there has not been one. All the previews have been very positive praise.
this game is not getting anything lower than an 80. It's not.
My question,
78.
my question right now is everybody going to sit there and say, "Hey, show us your trophies to make sure that they play the game or not"? Are we?
Yeah, they're gonna do that for return.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I bet if somebody gives it a good score, they're gonna bypass it. But if somebody gives it a bad score, they're gonna say, "You didn't even play it, did you?" And they're gonna want to look at their tag, dig in, be like king trash over there.
Most journalists, I don't even know.
They're gonna be under
journalists don't even show
investigation.
their trophies, so I don't even see nobody ever like.
My thing is the way.
But for the people who say, "Oh, this game is trash," or "This game is not worth $70," yeah, I'm gonna ask for their fucking if they see if they even played the fucking game. Absolutely.
If they say it's
Yo,
good,
so-
you're not going
So
to.
I beat
That's
God
what
of
he's
War
saying.
2018 today, and that game
So
was
I'll
trash.
be like, shit, if you say it's
Dead.
good, let me see your
Let me
Lying.
stop,
Don't
let
even
me
try to
stop, let me
lie,
stop.
Jay.
Let me stop.
I mean, you can't even lie like that.
Nah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, I'm a God of War fan. I can never call God of War trash.
Kratos is my home. I wish Kratos.
So
was
you
my dad.
you beat 3, 2, and 1. You beat 3,
Yeah, of
2,
course.
and 1.
Look
Did
at my
we check the-
trophies. Look at my trophies.
I mean,
No,
look
it's
at
not
my
even
trophies.
trophies. You could just never play the collections.
Just look at
Yeah,
my
I
trophies.
respect
That's
it.
one.
It was
That's
just a
one. That's
question.
one. That's one franchise I would never cap that I said I beat or anything like that.
Yeah.
I played that
I
shit
won't
on
count. I say
PS2,
that I beat
PS3.
2018. That was it. Like,
Yeah, because we
I
got a lot
loved
of we got a lot of fraud people, who I don't know. It's just like and it's not like it goes on with all fan base, right? Like there's people like I'm sure when Halo Infinite's come out, there's people gonna be calling it trash and they haven't played it.
Oh,
yeah.
listen. There's
Right?
plenty of people that say Halo is trash, but they never played the franchise.
So there's some people who are just gonna be biased and call the game trash. Like there's some people who's gonna probably Returnal trash, even though they haven't played it. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of fraud going. Like there's a lot of fraudery that goes on like that. And so anybody who says like in the chat, "Oh, you don't gotta play," bro, then I don't want to hear your opinion. You can call the game trash without playing it. I just don't take your opinion.
But the thing is,
seriously.
when this podcast started, though, like I know that you and like some others were definitely saying that about fucking. I forgot what game that was like coming out, and it was like a fucking. It was like a passion project, like as everybody was just like making fun of the
Bleeding Edge.
passion
You're talking about
project.
Bleeding Edge?
It was Bleeding Edge, and it was the outside game where you're the little kids and shit, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we ain't had to play that.
Grounded.
We could tell a bad game from a bad game," and it was just like, okay, so
Yo, I actually heard
Yeah,
that
he
Grounded
right.
got
He right.
better.
He right. He got a point.
Some of my
Chris.
coworkers told me that Grounded got better, so I might have to give that game.
No, Grounded
another try.
actually is a good
I've been
game.
waiting for just a full release of it.
I just
before
didn't like
Yeah.
I just didn't like the AI in that game, but
Nah,
I'll
the
try it
AI
out
AI
is
for
again.
pretty
the
good.
bugs or
The AI is
something, or-
pretty good. The AI is definitely
I'm
pretty
about to
good.
say they act properly, like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
they
the-
do. I heard it's way better, but I'll
It's
give the
like
game
people-
another
it's like
try.
people don't understand. Okay,
I definitely played.
so
good game.
Cyberpunk, right?
Mhm.
Cyberpunk is buggy as fuck, right? So obviously you don't got to play the game to know that game is buggy and to be like, yeah, this game ain't it because of the problems that you can physically see from the bugs. Cyberpunk, if Cyberpunk didn't have any bugs, any problems, or anything like that, then you really can't say if it's trash or good without playing it. So Fallout
That's
76
worst case scenario.
it was a worst case scenario. Well, of course,
Yeah.
and that shit. But a
Yeah,
game like
nobody
but
knew
if a
that
game
game
like
was gonna be like
Returnal
that.
comes out and there's no bugs, it runs smoothly and anything like that. So it's like I don't want to hear I just don't want to hear your opinion if you didn't play the game. Your
Yeah, but
official
that's
opinion.
kind of like
And
that's
now you
kind of
can
like
say-
that's
now-
kind of
now
like
you can
taste
say-
issues
now
and
you
shit
can
like
say,
that.
Now you can say, hey, I looked at the game and I'm not interested. It doesn't look like a game that I like. That's what Old Man Logan was saying before the podcast. He was like, the game looks cool, but I'm not into roguelites. So I
Yeah,
just hope that I'm into
exactly.
the game. And
Yeah,
that's fine. That's,
the thing
that's
is, I'm
perfectly
still
fine.
buying. I'm still gonna try it.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
it's
still
like-
he's still buying.
I'm
He's still gonna try
interested in
it,
just
so.
like how the gameplay is,
I
but
think I still have more rewards points from Best Buy. I might.
But the point
Yeah.
is that I would appreciate people, especially at the start of this podcast when we first all got together. It would have been more appreciated and respected if people took that type of stance and just of seeing a game and then saying, "Oh yeah, the game is trash because it's a passion project, or it's low caliber because it's in Game Pass, or whatever the fuck." It was just like, "Oh yeah, this game looks like this, so it can't be good." It was just like
Chris,
that type of shit was retarded.
What happened?
So,
Oh,
so,
I'm gonna
like
send you a
that was
picture
my
right
thing
now.
on it. If people just said they didn't like a game just because of like the visual aesthetic of it, like the graphics, the art style,
I'm
some
about
shit
to
like that, like they
finesse.
weren't interested, then that'd be different.
What are you talking about, Jay?
I'm about to finesse Returnal.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Hold up, look at the Twitter chat.
Oh, you got points. Oh.
You got
That's not
okay.
even points. That's the employee discount. And I'm about to use points.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Give me good
Yeah,
looking
I'm
on
about
that headset though, Jay.
Yeah, anytime.
Nice. All right, but let's get out of here though. It is 10:12. Appreciate you guys coming through as always. Episode 57, Planet Xbox Podcast. We will be back with you next week. Shout out to those who sent the super chats: Stone King, Jazz, Bless Red. We have
Hot Boy D, the Raven Flow,
Isma Easy,
X-Coin for
Raven Flow.
joining us and everything. Like that's really cool.
Stone King X was in here.
Yeah, Xcoin said 78. He with me on that, so we got this.
We shall
Big
see.
money.
I know I'm gonna get tagged a lot tomorrow, so I either lost $70 tomorrow or I get $70 tomorrow. So, but that is
Yeah.
it, yo. We appreciate you guys coming through.
Hey, there's multiple flying birds or some shit. What the fuck?
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Like, my bad. Hey, yeah.